Really sorry for the delay, but we started the training session a bit late. Sorry again.
So thanks for your patience, everybody.
No, they have a training session still. The game, they are playing the game now.
Okay, so we will start with the broadcast section that's got no embargo, followed by an embargoed section of 10:30 p.m. tonight. As always, no live tweeting during the broadcast section. We'll start with team news from Sky, and then a maximum of 2 questions per person to get through as many as we can. Michael.
Hi, Antonio. Hi. There's plenty to ask with the team news. Sonny, Richarlison, Romero, Kulusevski, Bentancur, so just tell us the updates.
Yeah, it's better to start with a smile. We need to face this situation. I said also before, and we have to try to finish these 3 games in the best possible way. And before were 4 games, and we have these injuries, and I confirmed that Richarlison is not available for the game, and it's the same for Romero. And Bentancur is much better, and today he has a part of training session. It was the same for Kulusevski today. He had a half training session with us. The problem that Lucas Moura is not he's having different phases, no, and for his pain in his tendons. Today was really bad, and he said me that he was really worried for this, but I asked him to try to be available, because we need, and also Sonny, is having now a surgery. But at the end, we have to be happy for the qualification Champions League, and now we have to try to finish these last 3 games in the best possible way.
So just before I talk about the Champions League qualification, so Sonny's having his surgery now, is he?
Yeah, probably now, yes, yeah.
So no decision yet on the World Cup?
Yeah.
Just one thing on Romero. There's some supporters are slightly worried. They feel like, can some players, it's difficult for the players because the World Cup coming up, but are some players fully focused on playing for their national sides, and could they potentially play in these games? Like, is Romero okay?
No, but about Romero, I can tell you that for him, if he has the possibility to play with one leg, he wants to play with one leg, and for this reason, I tell to the fans that we have players really committed for the club, and maybe Romero, and he had an injury because he wanted to risk. We wanted to take a risk, and then he had this injury. But for sure, many teams are having big injuries, and this is because we are playing every 3 days, and I think that we are seeing that this situation is impossible. It's impossible for the future, and it will be important for the future to understand, because many times I hear about the welfare of the players. But it's only a polite way to show that you are really interested in the welfare of the player, because then they are not really worried about the welfare of the players if the schedule is this, and in every moment you show that the most important thing is the show must go on, and then please in the future I don't want to listen to hear to speak about the welfare of the player, because this is not true.
Positive now. Happy anniversary. 1 year.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah.
1 year.
1 year.
At Tottenham Hotspur. A year ago, you said to me, this club needs a lot of work.
Yeah.
Third in the Conference League.
But I have a question for you. Do you see me older? After 1 year, yeah. And
It's
it's
been a year.
Oh, yeah.
But top of the Champions League group.
Yeah.
Third in the table. You beat Liverpool. You go 13 points clear of Liverpool.
Yeah.
Are you happy? Are you proud? And do you get the credit?
Yeah,
but you get the credit.
Yeah, but for sure, we must be happy. We must be happy because in 1 year, and we made a lot of progress in every aspect, and because to finish last season in the Champions League place, 4th place. In this season, and despite a lot of injuries and important injuries, because we are not speaking about French players, and many times the people forget that there are teams that they can allow to lose 2, 3, 4 players. Other teams that you have to pay. You have to pay a lot when you have these big injuries of important players, and sometimes the people like to speak and only to speak, and they don't understand very well what mean to face this difficult situation, to play every 3 days with only 13, 14 players. I think what we are doing and is important, and I repeat, we are trying to manage the situation the best possible way. Then, if you ask me why happen first half like Marseille, for sure I'm the first to be disappointed, and because for sure the game against Marseille, the first half was really poor, but the players know very well. We didn't prepare to have this type of first half, and we want to be aggressive. But I played football. I was player, and understand sometimes that when you have an important target to reach, and sometimes also if you prepare another situation, mentally you want to defend, to defend the situation, and to play also an aggressive atmosphere, because we found a really aggressive atmosphere in Marseille. And can happen this type of situation, but I spoke with my players, and I think we have to be proud for the achievement. Don't forget last season we weren't able to overcome the group in conference league. A lot of positive things. Then, if you ask me, we can improve. Yes, first of all, we need to recover all the players, and then to try to improve in every aspect. But sometimes you have to play a game in a way that maybe you are forced to play, that in a way that you didn't prepare, but at the same time you have to face difficulty. And for this reason, I'm proud of my players for their reaction in the second half, because they shown me great will, great desire to overcome the difficulty, and to take this qualification that for us, for the club, for the fans, for everybody is really important. And in my opinion, I wasn't so sure like many people said.
Okay, Alex.
Hi, Antonio.
Hi.
You faced Liverpool at home a month after you took over here last season. What a game that was.
Yeah.
2-2 draw. What do you remember about that game, and are you expecting similar on Sunday?
Yeah, I remember we played against Liverpool in maybe it was the first game after COVID, when we stopped our games in the league, and it was an exciting game because we scored with Harry 1-0, and then they scored twice at the end, 20 minutes to go. Sonny leveled the game. It was an exciting game. I guess a team that you know very well what I think about Liverpool is one of the best teams in the world, and they're having a bit of difficulty in this season, and I'm surprised about this. And I'm surprised also that someone is trying to criticize Liverpool after what they did in these years. And they have one of the best coach in the world. They have a fantastic player, and but at the same time. We have a lot of problems, but we want to play an important game in front of our fans.
You say he's one of the best coaches in the world. How much do you enjoy going up against Jurgen Klopp, and what's your relationship like with him?
But my relationship are a normal relationship. I have great respect for Jurgen because I repeat, and his story speaks for him, and he has changed Liverpool, and I remember very well that Liverpool didn't win for a long period, and he needed 4 years, to bring Liverpool to win again. And, for sure, this shows that it's important for a coach to have time, because if the people that they don't know about football, they think that arrive a coach and the story of this coach is a winner, and you arrive and you bring with you the win, and it's not so. And I think Jurgen shows that through the work, through the patience, through the transfer market. He improved a lot Liverpool and brought Liverpool at the top, of the world. And for sure, I can speak only well about Liverpool, about Jurgen, about the players of Liverpool. They could be a good example, for us.
Thanks, Alex. George?
Antonio, hello. Jurgen Klopp has just done his press conference in Liverpool, and he said it's crazy that the World Cup starts a week after the last Premier League match. And with that in mind, do you agree with that? And is Son going to be at the World Cup, or do you think he'll be out?
But no, for sure. But to speak now about this topic, and I think that is unuseful, because we knew about this situation. I knew that it was crazy to put the World Cup during the league, during the Champions League, during the fixture. This type of schedule is really crazy, and honestly, also it's really strange that in England. And if we start to play 3 days after the final of the World Cup, we are the only country to do it. And then if you see Italy, France, Spain, and Portugal in all the countries, and they are taking time to give rest and to breathe a bit. Instead, and I find crazy that 21st December, after 3 days of the final of the World Cup, you are going to play a game in a Carabao Cup. And this is, I find also this crazy. And then after 3 days, you have to play in Premier League. I repeat, but now we are talking about what, and the show must go on. This is the truth, and but honestly, I don't like if the fans think that some players try to protect themselves for World Cup, because this is not the truth. At least for my players, for my team, I see them every day, and I'm seeing Richarlison. They decide they will to come back and to help us. Another player can stay and wait. No, and there is only 10 days to start the World Cup. Instead, Richarlison wants to come back and to help us. And yeah, but it's crazy, I repeat, when I finish the World Cup and after 3 days to restart to play. And also this is crazy. And yeah, I think so.
In 1996, I think you missed Euro 96, is that right, as a player yourself with an injury? Can you just explain how hard it is to miss a major tournament when you're playing?
In 1996?
Yeah. You was injured, I think, in Euro 96 for Italy.
Any friends?
Yeah, you got injured, I think. Did you miss a major tournament? It was in England.
Ah, yeah, European, yeah, because
How hard is that for you to miss a major tournament?
Yeah, because the final of Champions League against Ajax, yeah, I had an injury, a bad injury in my ankle, yeah, and to miss an important competition like this was really, yeah, I was unhappy, no, for this, because in your life you know that this competition like World Cup, European Cup, and when there is the possibility to play, it's a great joy for every single player to represent your country. Yeah, I miss it for injury, because in the last game, the final Champions League against Ajax, I had a bad injury in my ankle. Yeah.
Okay. Ali, we'll finish with you, please.
We're used to seeing you obviously very passionate on the touchline. Obviously on Tuesday night you were up in the stands with Greta Steins and Daniel Levy,
Yeah.
directors. How difficult did you find that out there? And also, did it give you a different kind of perspective on the match?
It was terrible. Yeah, it was terrible. Yeah, honestly. Honestly, and then it was really strange also that my place, because my place was in the middle of the people with fans. I think maybe UEFA could find a better situation. Also because I repeat, and but it was really difficult for me, because you stay there and you can't help your team also with to give information, no? Especially in the first half, because in the first half we were really passive, and to see your team to struggle, and you suffer a lot, because it's you know, and for every coach, his team is like a son, no? It's like my son or my daughter is my creature, no? And to see my players to go in such difficulty was really difficult for me. Yeah, don't try to help them, but for this reason I want to tell thanks to my staff, because they did a really good job, and between the first half and the second half, also the players they showed great unity, and the second half was different. I think we deserved to win the game.
I want to ask you about Rodrigo Bentancur. Obviously, he's come to you an experienced player, 3-time Serie A title winner, but it feels like you've added more to his game. He seems more offensive as well in his play. What have you worked with him on, and just how good can he be?
But Rodrigo has only one problem, in my opinion. Okay, and he has the real possibility to be really top. But you know that to become a top player, and you need to will it, and to decide this. You understand? Because in the last period, I think that Rodrigo is playing in an outstanding way, and is a player that is giving us a lot on the pitch, outside of the pitch, and we are talking about a player that is showing the possibility to be a really top midfielder in the world, one of the best midfielders in the world. But you know, to be a good player and a top, this is the difficulty. And when you are medium, to become good is not so difficult. But the difference is to become good top. I think he has everything, has a great potentiality to become a really top midfielder. And for this reason, I push him. I push him every day. I push him during the training session, and because he has this quality to become. And also Pierre Oberg is making great progress if you compare last season and this season. And
okay, we'll end the broadcast section there and move on to the embargoed section for 10:30 p.m. David?
hey.